August 15th, Freedom Corner Vigil. How you doing, Patriots? All right, Patriots. We got an army in here already. Look at that. Way to go. Welcome, Patriots. Stopped raining, it turned pretty, it got cooler out. Getting ready here. I think I'm almost ready. All right, let's jump into action. How's everybody doing tonight? Sunkissed, silly for him in the house. Hello, Teresa. Julie Jordan, hello. Diane Kelly. Got some camera adjustments here. Hey, Cindy. How are you doing? Hello, Marlene. Let's rock it. We rocked it last night. How's Stua? Hello, Margaret Boyd. I'm glad you're here. Jane, Phoebo. Go! Watch how fast I can do this now. So easy when you know how. How do you know how? Read your Bible. Well, we had an update this morning on the vigil last night. That was a great vigil. We are, Sherry and I both, I was talking with her earlier, still buzzing on that vigil last night. It was just packed with information. It was a glory to God moment. Okay, I can't read the chat because I got to look at the sidewalk here because it's such bad condition, or I might fall. I'm an elderly man, you know. This cemetery wall used to be all dilapidated too. They've recently put repairs into this wall. You can see all the new mortar. They didn't fix all of it though. We're just gonna go right down to the front.
So I'm thinking let's go up a bit.
It's a better reception.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And breeze as well. There's walking.
Yeah, right on. It's a great idea. Great idea. How come we didn't have this idea before? We did have it before, but we forgot it.
Lily, I didn't even see you. Setting the signs up, we would really need one of those blue things.
Just borrow one of them orange things. All right, we're regrouping. We're getting smarter.
set our signs up similar down there.
Whatever y'all want to do, yeah.
Then we're doing it for us. We're gonna do it for us.
Doing some municipal work.
Already called. We'll be calling back in 15 minutes.
All right.
I got it. Flag.
Those are all. Going?
Yeah, well, I
Sounds
think
like a plan.
Not worse.
Okay. As long as we don't block the sidewalk, right? So we'll come over towards the wall. I might be going to Georgia to cover that.
She called me when she was on her way home. But it was like a week and a half. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
We're good.
All right. Are you guys trying to set that back up the way it was?
No, we're just trying to have better reception.
Okay.
Yeah, just as long as we don't block the sidewalk, we can go there. There's like no air down there right now, and it's well, really rich.
Well, we still were gonna leave those barriers up on that side, so if other people come, they can go on that side of the road.
It's been amazing.
Thank you. Very
Absolutely
kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just stood these back up because the wind blew them over.
Oh,
Yeah,
was that the wind? That's
appreciate it.
unreal.
Before you guys got here.
I thought so.
And, you know, I haven't had a chance to say thank you for the first. Y'all were amazing.
August 1st was awesome. You know, they brought in extra special aggravation for us. I didn't feel threatened at all. Y'all were amazing.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Because all of us felt that way. We're so grateful.
It's been a while since I've been in this environment. Finally got here. That's all you heard coming from the Pentagon this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Mom lives 5 minutes from the Pentagon.
So here's what I'm thinking. They could call us on our blocking the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like, we can keep it attached, I think. But just, if we take this whole thing, we just, what do you think?
I don't think this is right now. As long as there's nobody here screaming at us, and we'll move this out of the way and we know.
You think it'll be alright? Okay. Hey, it's your rodeo. If you like it, then
It's our rodeo for sure.
Look at these patriots.
I wonder what to do about the flags. Maybe we could circulate it as part of that law.
I'll go get my big flag.
Is your reception better? Yeah.
I just have to think of something to do with the flagpole.
Right at the end of that barrier.
All right, we're moving up here so we can get better reception, since we can. No, we don't have to move up here. We're moving up here for a better habitat. Better freedom habitat. Which I think is a splendid idea. It's up on the hill a little better, a little breeze. Just kick in.
This one will lean, I don't think. Those don't go all the way through.
I'm gonna try
There's Jane. How are you doing, Jane?
Wait, do you know if we have zip ties in there? Zip ties?
There we go. Freedom Street. I like that. Denise, you got all kinds of good ideas. Hi, English Rose. I'm gonna run up and get my big flag. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Jericho. We hook Tony's together and zip tied to this rail right now. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. It's gonna be all right. I left you on Saturday. Tighten or not.
But they had me trapped. I couldn't leave. I couldn't get back out once I got in. Right. Who'd have thought? But the thing is, they always have a height restriction right in the front. There was none. They always list the height restriction. Always when you go in.
Just flying boat.
And I double checked.
Okay. No, I need both. We are gonna have to think about how to come over here now, and then we're gonna need more zip ties. That's how we're gonna do this.
flags in the Capitol.
They absolutely are. Also did IBF. And the others were just like
There's more flags at Freedom Corner than there is at the Capitol.
I'm thinking it was some kind of memorial.
Where it began, I can't begin to but when I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? How's that generator noise? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Blue Steel City Girl. Look at the night, and it don't seem so long. Thank you, Sylvia.
I'm looking, I'm seeing if we can see Ashley's face. I was just making sure, yeah, we can.
Right there. And when I heard, oh, look who's here. Runs off my shoulder. Katie. How can I hurt my whole so sweet old lady. Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Welcome everybody. Good to see Stephen here. Happy to have him back.
Yes.
Oh, I see Mia and them. They're on their way down.
Double Steve.
Double Steve. Steve squared. All right. Look at all these beautiful patriots gathered out here. We moved up the hill just a bit. Thought maybe we'd catch some waves.
Yes.
Anything?
I'm about to, hey, Trinus, I'm about to pray now. Hey, put him on speaker so he can pray with us. Pray. You want to pray with us? Uh-huh. Who's that? They want to pray? Do you want to say a prayer?
Oh, I told her to pray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Go. All right, I'll put you on speaker.
All right, welcome everybody. We're just going to bring God into this J6 Vigil and thank Him for all the blessings and miracles that He's bringing that we're just catching up to. That's all. They've already happened. God's got a greater plan and His greater good is happening all the time. So we get little pieces of good news, and it's so easy to overcloud them, Lord, we know, with the things that we don't like. So we just want to ask your forgiveness for that, and please help us to focus on the great things that you're doing for us all the time. Glory be to you, Lord, in all things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Now
the pledge, Tredis.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Miss Sherry's going to have an announcement, you guys.
You know, I want everybody to know, today, God has answered our prayers.
Amen.
You know, it's because of each and every one of you that stand on this corner tonight, and every single person in these chats that have made phone calls, that have helped with commissaries, letters of uplifting. Patriots, I have official word today. Bart Shively will be going home on Friday. Woo! Thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Patriots, from the bottom of my heart, because Bart has become a very special friend of mine, and I thank you. That's all I can say.
Amen.
I love you. God is good.
Thank you, Sherry.
Until Bart land
Go
on
ahead,
his
Matt.
feet.
Hey, Matt Silva calling again today. Just want to relate something that I heard today that was really kind of interesting. A few of the cells here have postcards hanging that say Antifa did nothing wrong. And I was really curious about that for the longest time. I was like, did they put some of the wrong people in with our pod? And finally I asked today, and I found out that so I guess there's someone in Antifa who likes to send hate mail, and because it's hate mail, when they send these postcards that say Antifa did nothing wrong, the return address is invariably the J6's own home address.
Yes, that's
So it's
Yep.
Man.
yeah, that was really surprising to me. That sounded like a form of intimidation through mail.
Absolutely is.
It is.
It
Federal
absolutely
crime.
is.
Another federal crime.
Hey, I can barely hear you, Deborah.
No, this is Mickey, and Elena says maybe we should call the Postmaster General.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. To call the Postmaster General or someone to try to track these things down, because it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you should be able to do using federal resources, which is the mail.
Right. Well, and so many things seem like things they shouldn't be able to do, you know, as we watch them continue to happen. We went to the January 9th Judicial Watch hearing today, where Judicial Watch is FOIAing the Capitol Police, and we got to see Mr. Diabus Dodge and Bias. Is that how you say it? Tobias, Mr. Diabolical. And, you know, they talk about the release of the footage being security risk. And, you know, we're 2.5 years into this, so I don't know what security they could be risking other than their jobs and you know, their freedom. Because when they release these communications, it's going to show how culpable they were that day. And so they work very, 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 very hard to keep this information from coming out.
Yeah, that's so I take it that the result of that hearing was not in our favor.
Well, nothing has been definitively decided, but I had to leave a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to leave a little early because the judge and her biased comments and biased remarks, and people in that room sitting there laughing. Like the judge said, "Well, do you really want 14,000 hours?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do." And she's like, "Well, somebody needs to find something better to do with their Friday nights." Ah ha 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 ha. And so at that point, I'm like, "What the fuck is so funny?" I don't think, throwing people's lives away, killing people and locking them up is a laughable offense. And I don't think our government coming against us in such a strong way is a laughable offense. So, we absolutely have a right to have this footage and these videos and these communications because it was a government turning against us. And, that is why they work so hard to keep it against us, because they know they're crooked bastards.
That's right.
Sorry.
Well, that's really interesting because that kind of reminds me of my own trial. For a very short period of time, there's a local news media guy. He's a sort of chubby little sociopath, and he's big into the whole sedition hunters thing. I saw him a couple of times in my trial, and he seemed to take great delight at the pain that was being inflicted, which is why I call him a sociopath. But that whole thing about laughing at our pain or rubbing salt in the wounds, that seems to be par for the course for this group of people. In China, in the days of the Cultural Revolution, they used shame pretty liberally. So they would take people and hang placards around their necks, or put giant hats on their heads and drag them to the town center and subject them to all kinds of derision and condemnation before they would ultimately, do with them what they were going to do, which sometimes was, execution, sometimes was just exile or sending them out into the country. And a lot of times these people, their crimes would be like being educated, being a doctor, owning lands, or something like that. And you look at how the sedition hunters worked. They always tried to come up with a kind of demeaning, code name for all the people that they had on their site. And it was just part of kind of a general mean-spirited attitude. They wanted people to feel hunted. They wanted people to feel ashamed, and it just I like to call them the attic hunters, because they're more like the people who would go around calling out the Anne Franks in the world. When you're dealing with totalitarians, that kind of dismissive, smug derision, that seems to be par for the course. Because if you don't have arguments, you can at least laugh at your foe for having arguments. So.
Well, and the thing is, there's no pretense of fairness anymore. They come in with such biased opinions and Brady violations, and FBI agents lying on the stand, video evidence being altered, omitted, thrown at people at the last minute. There just is no pretense of fairness anymore, and they're just so arrogant in their corruption that sometimes it's really hard to sit there and watch. And like I said, I did have to leave before. I try to leave before I'm asked to leave, but we're lucky to have Nicole Reffitt, who is able to sit there and bear witness to the rest of what happens after I leave. But we appreciate you, Nicole. We do, and I guess I guess that's a shortcoming, is I can only take so much of the bullshit before I want to make my opinion heard. And these court systems, I'm sure they would be happy to arrest me again. But contempt of court, I'm trying not to catch my contempt of court case until later down the road. But it is hard not to hold them in contempt when they get up there and I know judges have worked hard to get where they are, but when you are judging other people, it doesn't mean that you get to set yourself above the rest of the human race. You need to understand that you're still human, and the people that you're judging and the people that stand before you deserve some human dignity and some fairness.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something that people need to focus on. Just because you're in a position of power doesn't mean that you're better than other people. I see that all the time. Jail is a place where that kind of power dynamic is really hard to keep in check.
Judges need a little bit of humility and to understand they're still part of the human race.
You know, unless they've all transitioned over to lizard people. And I'm just saying, I have not actually fallen down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying, you know, they are still part of the human race, and when they set themselves above the rest of us, then, you know, we like I said, they don't even fake fairness anymore. They come in with these biased juries that, you know, are all victims of January 6th, which is another argument for us to everybody to have a change of venue, because, you know, you go into these people that are going to sit in judgment of you, and they are named as your victim, and that doesn't seem fair in anybody's book.
Right. No, I totally get that. I think at least one case should be tried in a different jurisdiction just to see how it goes. I think that would yield some very interesting data in the results, because a lot of times some of these people who get transferred out to other detention centers or jails or prisons, they're happy just to go to another state because they have some distance between their new place and the kind of hysteria that has kind of taken over the DC area.
Yeah, but I know that, you know, everything, in my opinion, everything J6 is just a test pattern for what they've always planned to do to Trump. So they had to hold on to the precedence of keeping these trials in DC, so that when they did finally arraign Trump, you know, after checking out the 1512 on everybody else and the obstruction charges on everybody else and seeing where they would stick, so everybody was a test case to the filleting and frying of Donald Trump that they've always had planned.
Yeah, it's hard to see it as anything other than just a plan that they had set in stone from the start. And there are a number of people who are really good at reading the tea leaves, and they could see that this was coming years ago, and they knew that there was no hope of any kind of let up. Most of the time during the Trump administration, remember, Trump had the same problem. He had claims that his presidency or his election was illegitimate. He didn't arrest people by the thousands. They did do the occasional BLM sweep, but usually about a year later, only a handful of those people would actually be in court. The rest of them would have their charges dropped. We kind of felt like that something similar might be in the works for us, because I was arrested back in 2021, and we thought, let's delay this as long as possible, and it ended up not being the case. There's no relenting. There's no mercy. There's no moderation in any of this. It just seems to be full steam ahead. And one of the really interesting things about this is that we've seen several times now evidence put forward that these people can't ignore that the FBI is extremely biased. And instead of being mad at the FBI or at the Department of Justice for lying about an innocent person, they remain angry at Donald Trump. That's really unusual. That's kind of a Columbo moment, if you think about it, because normal people, if they're fooled, get mad at the person who fooled them. They don't remain mad at the person that was lied about. And the only reason you would do that is because you were never fooled. That you were always in on it from the start. So, like, for example, Rachel Maddow, her entire career was about Russian collusion. You know, for the past 4 years or so. She never had a moment where she had to say, "Oh, I was fooled, and my reputation has taken a big hit because I listened to the wrong people." No, she ignored the Durham report when it came out. Why did she do that? Well, because she never was fooled. That's the only logical conclusion there. A crazy person, no, that's not a good explanation. Stupidity is not a good explanation. If someone lies to you about someone else, you know, you can imagine it in your life. If someone told you, "Hey, your neighbor burned down your house," and you go to your neighbor and you're all angry and you realize your house is fine, you would still be angry at your neighbor for burning down your house because he didn't do it.
Right, I get that. Exactly.
Yeah. So to me, that lack of normal reaction is a real sign of mens rea. That there are a lot of people within the government and within media who never really cared about the truth in the first place. And they were probably in on it from the start. I mean, that's the only reasonable explanation. So you see these newscasters intoning gravely about, the Fulton County, Georgia RICO indictments. I mean, these are the same people who are talking in such grave and somber tones about the Russia collusion thing. But they never turned around and did a mea culpa. They never said, hey, we listened to the wrong people.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Right.
They're still listening to the wrong people.
They are.
But I just got my minute warning.
Yeah.
So.
I just want to say that I can't think of any other time in history when people that are accused of being the criminals are the ones saying, release the evidence. Release the evidence. If these were people guilty of crimes, why would we be saying, let's see what happened? But we know, because the same video evidence that would exonerate January 6th political detainees would absolutely show the culpability of the FBI, the Capitol Police, the Metropolitan Police, and so many people so high up that's why they're fighting so hard to cover this up. So as American citizens, we need to continue with the right, the knowledge to know that we have a right to see these things.
Absolutely.
So thank you for calling.
The truth will come out. Yeah.
Yep.
No problem. Thank you guys for everything that you do.
Well, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. All right, so this is by far not a dead issue. Judicial Watch in the courthouse today, pounding the drum, saying that, this is, we absolutely have a right to know these things. The communications within the Capitol Police Department that resulted in the events of January 6th, maybe there's evidence in there talking about, who's putting the pipe bomb where, or why we don't want the National Guard, or who needs to look which way, or who's going to open the door, or who's going to guide these people in, and who's going to shut them down and mousetrap them. So, there was some coordination and some collusion somewhere. So they want to talk about collusion and conspiracies. Let's see what the fuck the Capitol Police were doing that day.
That's right.
Okay, and if it's going to be up to Judge Reyes, though, I can tell you it's probably not going to happen. When we were in the hearing today with Judicial Watch and Tom Fitton and his attorney, so this, I'm going to give you because I had to dumb it down for myself. So this is how I understand it. Okay, so the argument on Judicial Watch's end is that's me. Okay, so the argument on Judicial Watch's side is that all of that is public record because once they extracted the security footage and decided to keep it, they created the public record at that moment. Beforehand, if there wasn't an event or anything like that, that would just be security footage. And it would have always been security footage until they decided to save all of it and create a file, basically, or however they had to do it. So once they did it at that point, the argument in Judicial Watch's eyes is that's when that became public information. Not the actual security footage all around and everything. So the judge wants, like in 30 days, some more briefs and more arguments and everything on it. But she basically said today that she wasn't going to go in favor of releasing the footage under a FOIA request to Judicial Watch. In fact, she doesn't know why anyone would want to see 14,000 hours of footage.
She's a judge.
Exactly. Oh yes, Judge Reyes. She also had a very. She said that it was an insurrection. She stopped the Judicial Watch's lawyer and said, "Oh, I will correct you. It was an insurrection." Yes, and these judges just come out with this bias as if no one's listening, and actually no one is except for the talking heads to the left. And yes, it was so insulting to think, and even the lawyer's like, okay, well, we're estimating that there may be only like 7 hours of footage that they could redact or whatever. So 14,000 hours minus the 7 hours of what could be considered actual security issues of maybe a doorway that goes somewhere or what have you. But there's also so much open source video out there of people in those same areas. They don't want to release the emails because those also are a security issue that is not open to public information. So, it was also wrong. She even kind of joked with Judicial Watch, kind of like jabbing them, saying, some people don't think you're a legitimate organization either. To them. But I do. Ha ha ha. It was an insurrection. Why would anybody need those 14,000 hours of video? She also said something interesting, that once there is video and everything that goes on the record during the trials, that there is some system at the courthouse where you can request the video information through the courthouse.
But she was unaware of that.
She was unaware of that.
But she did say it, so.
Yeah, and she also said thingamajig. She said, well, does anybody know how that thingamajig works? So she really, to me, sounded very uninformed. And I don't want to go as far as to say ignorant, but she sounded ignorant of the issues. Because she absolutely, who can see that video and who can have it and how does it work and what's that thingamajig where who has it? And it was a disgusting display of ignorance and indifference. Here she's got, it was very indifferent. She's got people's lives in their hands, in her hands.
Wants to see that video.
And who wants to bother with that? I mean, she was so dismissive.
Yeah, do something better with your Saturday night.
Do something better. You all need something better to do with your Saturday night. Well, that's subjective, bitch. It's like, it's ours, let us see it. And if it's no big deal, turn it over. And Tad, what's his face? Tobias. Over there smugly in his arrogant corruption, because we all know what he was up to. We know, but the American people deserve to know. And, like I said, they sit in those courtrooms with their arrogance, and the judge is up there completely on their side. And it's kind of hard to sit through sometimes. Sometimes I ask myself why I put myself through it, and then I know. And like I said, when it's time to go, it's time to go. But you have to bear witness to what's going on in there, because it is really that hard to believe. When you go in there and they're making light of it and they're making fun of it, my daughter's dead, these people are in jail, Roseanne was beaten to death, and people's reputations and lives have been ruined. And I want to say one more thing and then we'll listen to some music, is that was the gun-toting populace of the American people that showed up that day. These are our Second Amendment pounders. They were the gun-toting populace, and people did not have guns, and they did not insurrect. You cannot insurrect an armed government with a water bottle. That's right. So let's see that footage, and as American people, keep in mind, because it's kind of died down a bit, this is our footage, paid for with your tax dollars and my tax dollars, and supervised by the people that we sent to Washington, D.C. to work for us. So pick up the phone and remind them who they work for.
I think it's time to do a call to action. Let's get Kevin McCarthy back on the line, and let's call our representatives. You can go to 4Ashley, the number 4, ASHLI, and you can get a interactive map of where your congresspeople are. And let's make sure they understand we need to see that footage. It is ours to see.
It's our footage. Way to go, Nicole. That was potent. That judge has got to recuse herself. If she's saying that in her own courtroom, that there was an insurrection, she is a biased. She's biased. She must recuse herself due to the code of ethics just for judges. And every judge in the land should be calling for her to recuse herself. Okay, I think somehow I think Jamie got deleted. And I was wondering on a video report, are we buffering or anything? Is it looking good on your end? Yeah, these DC people are infuriating. Every J6er that's going to trial has stood. The city of DC is the defendant in these trials. The city of DC, that means everybody that lives here is a defendant.
I'm just trying to be a father, raise a daughter and a son, be a lover to their mother, everything to everyone. Up and at 'em bright and early, all business in my suit. Yeah, I'm dressed up for success.
The call is a street.
My head down to my boots. I don't do it for the money. There's bills that I can't pay. I don't do it for the glory. I just do it anyway. Providing for our futures, my responsibility.
Thank you, LJ.
Yeah, I'm real good under pressure, being all that I can be. I can't call in sick on Mondays when the weekend's been too strong. I just work straight through the holidays, sometimes all night long. You can bet that I stand ready when the wolf growls at the door. Hey, I'm solid, hey, I'm steady, hey, I'm true down to the core. And I will always do my duty, no matter what the price. I've counted up the cost, I know the sacrifice. Oh, and I don't want to die for you, but if dying's asking me, I'll bear that cross with honor, 'cause freedom don't come free. I'm an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take a stand. When liberty's in jeopardy, I will always do what's right. I'm out here on the front lines, sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, I'm an American soldier. Yeah, an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take a stand. When liberty's in jeopardy, I will always do what's right. I'm out here on the front line, so sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, I'm an American. An American. An American soldier. Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, "It's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride?" I sat down in the front seat. He turned on the radio, and them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. And I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend down guitar strings?" He said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Then he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, "This is where you get off, boy, 'cause I'm going back to Alabama." As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, "Mr. Many Thanks." He said, "You don't have to call me Mr. The whole world calls me Hank." He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend the strings?" He said, "Lord, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend down guitar strings?" He said, "Lord, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound,
She's a neighborhood commissioner. What the hell is she?
she's a witch."
She was at the Capitol on January 6th inside the building. Sedition hunters. There she go. There she is.
You guys are so fucking stupid. I never went inside the Capitol. Ever went inside the Capitol. I would never go
Who
inside
cares?
the Capitol. Insurrectionists! We were at the Capitol!
I was just going to get an interview with this gal here, who we'd never seen before. Showed up right before the siren lady showed up. So this is how it's done here in DC. They don't make her stop because it's free speech to run a siren like that. We're having a vigil, we're praying. And we got one person ready to take the whole thing down right there. I'm not going to show a whole lot of this, but America, you need to see this.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art.
He's been down a lot with the thank God he comes in the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been down with the block.
I was born in a rebel mood.
The reporter is from the Huffington Post, or the photographer. It's good to see Steve back in action, man. Steve.
Is it okay when they're using your stream at the event? I don't know the stream they're using. They can't use mine because it won't stay up. I bet it is.
I think they're just watching them all and they pick the one. Why you getting the standards crap? It wasn't for us to be saying, it wasn't about Christians lie. Because they work together like a business to pick us out.
Nothing but a
Good to see you, Steve. That is so awesome.
Better turn back to Christ. I want to see you in the afterlife. I'm all about that family life. Get the firecrackers for family night. Hey, let's remember all the people that died for that red, white, and blue. I got that eagle inside. In flying high skies, not the limit. Home praying, putting another chicken on a skillet. So grab your kids and hold them tight. Make sure that they know the light. We know gonna stand for the anthem on their shoulders stripes. But for me it's about family.
DC. That's how stupid these people are. The cameraman is from the Huffington Post. Call the Huffington Post. That might be a good idea. Call the Huffington Post. Take a picture. I guess we don't have a whole lot of Huffington Post subscribers here. really sorry, everybody. Let's see what we can do about this sound. I really wanted to talk to that gal, man. She says her a guy she knows, I don't know if it's her boyfriend, her husband, her brother, I don't know, has been in this gulag for 8 years and has not had a trial yet. I wanted to interview her. She said she would interview. I was wondering if we could come up with some information for her. With everything that we found out how to do on looking prisoners up, I don't know if we could possibly help her out somehow.
Safe and sound, stuck in the ground, too lost to be found. You're just asleep, and it's time to leave. Come on and rise up, take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave like Lazarus? So brand new, how death couldn't hold you. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave like Lazarus? Rise up, out from the grave like Lazarus. When he said your name, the thing that filled your veins was more than blood, the kind of love that washes sin away. Now the door is open wide, and the stone's been rolled aside. The old is gone, the light has come, so come on and rise up. Take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave like Lazarus? You're brand new, how death couldn't hold you. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave like Lazarus? Like Lazarus. Whoa. Out from the grave like Lazarus. He's calling us to walk out of the dark. He's giving us new resurrected hearts. Oh, he's calling us to walk out of the dark. He's giving us new resurrected hearts. Oh, come on and rise up, take a breath, you're alive now. Can't you hear the voice of Jesus calling us out from the grave like
Cody Matisse, James Malt, Christopher Moore, Mark Mazza, Ronald Maccabee, Patrick McCaughey, James McGrew, David Metcalf, Mahaffey, sorry, I don't want to say it wrong. I lost my place. Dang it. Okay. Yep. Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McCullough, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Ronnie Millstreet, Adam Miller, Garrett Miller, Matthew Ryan Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Minuta, Catherine Morrison, Robert Morse, Christopher Monahan, Jonathan Manufo, John Nassif, Marshall Neef, Daryl Neely, Gregory Nix, Ethan Nordine, Nick Oach, Jason Owens, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Michael Perkins, Dominique Pizzola, Michael Pomeroy, Mark Ponder, Sean Price, Christine Priola, Joshua Pruitt, Mahalia Pryor, Anthony Puma, Chris Quaglin, Barry Ramey, Guy Reffitt, Zach Riel, William Reed, Stuart Rhodes, Howard Richardson, Thomas Robertson, James Robinson, Michael Roach, Daniel Rodriguez, Greg Rubenacker, Jeffrey Sable, Ryan Samsel, Robert Sanford, Ronald Sandlin, Salvador Sandalin, Deborah Sandoval, Troy Sargent, Peter Schwartz, Christian Secor, Hunter Seafried, Grayson Shrill, Bart Shively, Gregory Shaw, Gregory Sills, Glenn Simon, Bernard Sir, Charles Smith, Tommy Smith, Hatchet Speed, Peter Stager, Shelley Stallings, David Steiner, Tristan Stevens, John Strand, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Proud Boy, George Tenney, Devlin Thompson, Dustin Thompson, Hector Vargas, Jessica Watkins, William Watson, William Webler, Thomas Webler, Jack Whitten, Anthony Williams, Riley Williams, Duke Wilson, Ricky Wilden, John Wright, Kyle Young, and Philip Young. Those lost to suicides: Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Angst. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Say her name. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt.
Thank you, Elena.
Falling apart over here.
In the swamp of America, that's why we love them. We the people got us back, you know we stand for something. Always at the Capitol witness, hating they ass. I stood on the battlegrounds, they won't catch me inside. Also put them patriots, they had tears in their eyes. Trying to steal our pride, boy, yeah, you know we outside. They can never take our freedom, real patriots ride. They can never take our freedom, real Americans ride. I done seen them barricades open and people jumping. I done seen the media police walk around. They gon' try to lock us down, you know of America, that's why we love them. We the people got us back, you know we stand for something. I was at the Capitol witness, hating their ass. Stood on the battlegrounds, they won't pitch me inside. Those are but them patriots, they had dead in their eyes. They tryna steal our pride, but yeah, you know we outside. They can never take our freedom, real patriots ride. They can never take our freedom, real Americans ride. Yeah. Let's start a patriot party. Yeah, let's start a patriot party. Yeah. R.I.P. to anybody who lost their life in the Capitol, man, January 6th. On both sides, you know. I saw with my own eyes. My feet were out there. I was on the battlegrounds. I was not in no Capitol, though. Never went up in the Capitol. I was just out there seeing it firsthand. I put a lot of time in for Trump. We put a lot of time in for Trump. Trump rallies, vote rallies, Patriots stand up. Let's start a patriot party. Ashley Babbitt, R.I.P. you. God bless you, God bless your family, man. Make Trump president again, you know how we come. Stand up.
What this little girl does not understand over here is that she was on the grounds at the Capitol on that day. Her First Amendment rights are no better than our First Amendment rights were to be there that day. You had no right to be there if you believe we had no right. First Amendment goes both ways, my dear. So what you don't understand is that if you think that we are wrong, you are equally as wrong. So Amendment goes both ways.
Right, Nicole.
Needs to be arrested. Arrest them all.
Patricia, you went inside the Capitol. You were there, Jan 6, on the Upper West Terrace. You went into the Capitol. You are an insurrectionist. You're exactly what you call everybody. This is who you are. Stop being a hypocrite and own that shit, Sash baby.
Own that shit. Arrest every single person who went inside the Capitol. Every single person who went inside the Capitol needs to be
Sign on the fence says no trespassing. If I was you, I would probably keep it moving. Yeah, come on in if you're looking for some action. You better believe it, cause we gon' give it to you. Come on, hold it down for my people in the backwoods. Damn right, this is where we come from. Cut them down and we leave them in the backwoods. We don't hide it and we don't ever run. Well, I'm out here country living. I don't give a damn about what you do, cause it ain't none of my damn business. So don't put your nose all in mine. Don't come around here sniffing. Keep your head up out my bushes, or you might just end up missing. Well, I kept it real from day one. I'm talking about like way back. I'm talking about them cassette tapes. I'm talking about them 8-tracks. I'm talking about them good old days. How the hell could you hate that? It's lunchtime, get your tray snatched. Might mess around and get your face slapped. The sign on the fence says no trespassing. If I was you, I would probably keep it moving. Yeah, come on in if you're looking for some action. You better believe it, cause we gon' give it to you. Come on, hold it down for my people in the backwoods. Damn right, this is where we come from. Cut them down and we leave them in the backwoods. We don't hide it and we don't ever run. I would lay my own life down for the ones I love. I would stand up and fight proud. We're trying to weigh in blood, but I will never ever back down. I promise I won't budge. Let my light shine so bright now, brighter than the sun. Tell them our time is right now. Let's get this job done before they take away our freedom. Lord, what have we become? Yeah, I'm lit up like a lighthouse. Lord, I'm not the one. It's the far going fight now. I'm loaded up my gun. Sign on the fence says no trespassing. If I was you, I would probably keep it moving. Yeah, come on in if you're looking for some action. You better believe it, cause we gon' give it to you. Come on, hold it down for my people in the backwoods. Damn right, this is where we come from. Cut them down and we leave them in the backwoods. We don't hide it and we don't ever
won't get smoked. So cold and we ain't even have coats. All head jokes, now the jokes on them. Pick up the phone and hit up my kid. Play full of lies, so step in the den. Nobody ever gonna see you again. Boss, let me in. Always been an outside dog. Just an outcast and a fucking outlaw. Just say they don't wanna test me. Tell them, big brother, they ain't seen the best me. I hit a life is over, I'll fly away to a home that's an empty shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away. Glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by this life is gone, I'll fly away like a bird from prison bars of dawn. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Oh, when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away.
Studying about that good old I don't know why you're all quiet now. The starry crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way. A robe and crown, good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Come on, brothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. I read the J6 studying about that good old land. I read every single person, and I mean every single person. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down. down in the river jail. Every single person, every single one, arrest us all. Studying about that good old way. The road and the crown, good Lord, show me the way. I know you guys all agree with me that every oh, mothers, let's go down. Come on down if you want to go down. Come on, mothers, let's go down. Down in the river. I agree, every single person. Studying about that good old way. Every single person who went inside the shop and all J6. Lord, show me today, let's oh, sinners, let's go down. Let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down. Down in the river. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way. Every single person the robe and the crown, good Lord, show me the way. Every single person who went inside the Capitol.
Well, I'm tired and so weary that I must go along till the Lord comes and calls me away. The morning is bright and the Lamb is the light, and the night is as fair as the day. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me, oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me. Well, the flowers will be blooming and the grass will be green and the skies will be clear and serene, where the sun ever beams in this valley of dreams, and no clouds there will ever be seen. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me, oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me. Well, the bear will be gentle and the wolf will be tame, and the lion shall lay down by the lamb, and the beast from the wild shall be led by a child, and I'll be changed from this creature that I am. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me, oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see.
Arrest every person who
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. Had my guitar on my back. When a stranger stopped beside me in an antique car. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and high.
Went inside the Capitol, arrest every single woman, man, non-binary, or trans person who went inside the Capitol. Arrest them all. Arrest every Democrat, Republican, or Independent who went inside the Capitol. Arrest them all. You guys agree with me, right?
Then I noticed the
Right?
stranger's ghost white tail when he asked me for white. And I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, Mister, can you make folks cry when you play inside? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn your dues? Can you bend down and get lost straight? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? Well, if you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, long road. Then he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, this is where you get off, boy, 'cause I'm gonna knock you out of land. As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, Mister, many thanks. He said, you don't have to call me Mister. Hold on behind. He said, Mister, can you make folks cry when you play inside? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn your blues? Can you bend down, get lost straight?
We can finally all join together and say, come on, join me guys. Join me and say, arrest every person who went inside the Capitol. Let's go! Arrest every person who went inside the Capitol.
Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn your blues? Can you bend down, get lost straight? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside?
You guys agree with me now, right?
Well, if you big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, long road.
Right? Come on, guys, let's write a check.
If you big star bound,
Every
let me warn you, it's a long, long
every
road.
person, everyone who went inside the Capitol on J6, arrest them all, let's go. Arrest them all, let's go. Arrest them all, let's go.
For those of you that think that gospel music has gone too far, you think we've gotten too
Also
high.
arrest the Proud Boys, because they're also domestic terrorists. Arrest them, boys. Arrest the Proud Boys.
You better put them hands together and act like you know up in here.
That's better.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of counter protesting, a little bit of Huffington Post out here. So yeah.
Well, it looks like the left finally cashed their monthly check from Soros or Soros' son. So they're now paid, so now they can come out and protest because that's all they do is for money, the slaves that they are. So, anyways, other than that, it's another Groundhog Day in here. How about you guys?
Well, we went to the hearing that Judicial Watch had with the Capitol Police today, and the counsel, Tobias was there, and basically Judge Reyes is not going to release the footage. There's a lot involved with that. She basically was saying that it is like security type footage.
Well, I'd have to throw the BS at that. Go ahead, keep going. Okay.
Okay, but the argument basically for Judicial Watch is that yes, it was security footage at one time, but when they decided to extract it from their security system and create a file and keep it, that is when it became public record.
Okay.
So
so here's the... Go ahead.
Okay, so now Judge Reyes has ordered both sides to come back with some supplemental briefs to their arguments in 30 days. She basically said today, no, she wasn't going to grant it to Judicial Watch. She also said, in my opinion, it absolutely was an insurrection. And she has no idea why anybody would want the 14,000 hours of video anyway.
She said people need to find something better to do with their Saturday nights than sort through this 14,000 hours.
Wow, yeah. Nothing to see here. Move on. Nothing to see. We don't know why anybody would want to look at footage. I mean, which isn't the point. The point is just none of your business why we want to look at it. We just have the right to look at it. We'll take it from there.
Right, and we have asked our live streamers once again to take that issue up because, we want to remind our elected officials that that's footage taken with equipment paid for by the people. It belongs to the people, and the people that have it work for us. So let's see the damn footage because it's ours and we have a right to. And if it's security issues, here we are 2.5 years later. What are we going to see other than the fact that the only security breach there's going to be is these son of a bitches losing their job because they're going to lose their security and some of their benefits because we're going to see what friggin' criminals they are.
Well, anybody listening, you heard it. Get involved. Write your senators, write your congresspeople, give them a call. Say that we need to put pressure on these judges in order to do what's right. And we need to be able to vote them out, get them out if we need to, and get involved. Because otherwise, this is just going to keep happening worse and worse and worse. And you heard me say it before, that's why we have a republic. So, anyways. All right. On a different note, did you guys see the truth that Trump truthed out today?
I missed it. Why don't you tell about it, Mr. Sable?
All right. Well, I'm going to read it to you because, of course, I copied this one down. I'll say, of course, a lot of times I don't have my ducks in a row. This one says, a large, complex, detailed, but irrefutable report on presidential election fraud, which took place in Georgia, is almost complete and will be presented by me, which means Trump, at a major news conference at 11 a.m. on Monday. That's this Monday in Bedminster, New Jersey. In Bedminster, New Jersey. Based on the results of this conclusive report, all charges should be dropped against me, which means Trump, and others. There will be complete exoneration. They never went after those that rigged the election. They only went after those that fought to find the riggers. So on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, there will be a report that is going to be broadcast by Trump about all the election fraud that was in Georgia. So I personally can't wait for that. So we'll go from there.
And you know, I just want to say about that, welcome to the party, President Trump. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. All right, hold on. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, as we know, the one person from the Washington Post, I believe, that was there was very disappointed in that she was like, oh, she thought all of us J6ers and people would be PO'd that Trump was brought into this. And we're like, no, it's about taking time. He's the man. He's got the power to seriously dig into what it is that needs to be brought out, which is the truth. Anyways, I'm going to hop off my soapbox, pull off my earphones, and get to it. So hold on. Hit them coming. 30 seconds! Welcome to the zoo. I just don't know if the zoo is in here or if the zoo is out there.
The zoo is out here.
Yeah. God bless you guys for the patience you have. I don't know how you do it. I mean, some people say that about us in here, but you guys, my hat's off. It's just bizarre world. And everybody listening has got to be like, that's just craziness. But what's really crazy is they're paid. They're paid to do this. That's their job. Anyways, I wanted to bring this up. I got another thing. Important. Starting tomorrow is the Lindell Summit. And if I'm going to read this right, it says, securing our elections immediately, August 16th and 17th. It's Lindell talking about how to secure our elections. It's a 2-day summit, I believe, and you can register for it at lindellevent.com. That's LINDELLEVENT.com. And it says here, the world will watch at frankspeech.com. That's FRANKSPEECH.com. And the rumor that we heard is that the world won't be the same after the 18th, which is Friday. So something's supposed to happen on Friday from the rumor mill in here. That is what I have. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Go ahead.
No, Nicole says, well, she has no dirt bike because she needs a dirt bike for her plan to get out of D.C. when shit goes down. So we need to get a dirt bike, I guess.
No, I I've got two. I've got one that's my dirt track one, and I got one that's an enduro for bugging out when something goes awry. But I don't have it in here.
That doesn't help us, though, Jeff. Thank you. That doesn't help us right now. I don't think we could get it by the 18th, but well, that's okay. We'll have a plan.
Okay. I only heard a quarter of what you said. Something about elbows and something in the 18th.
No, I said that doesn't help us. You have a dirt bike, but that doesn't help us out here, Jeff.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing right there. It became much clearer. So, all right, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to my peeps, and maybe we'll have a couple Harleys show up. By the way, Sturgis is going on right now, I believe, or it's winding up.
Yeah, Nicole says yes. Or just ended.
Yeah, it's ending right now, I believe.
Okay.
What else? Anybody got any news?
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'll just tell you while we're on the phone. Nicole and I are going to New York, so tomorrow it's back to calling Tammy's phone.
Tomorrow it's back to college camp soon? Say it again?
Tammy's phone tomorrow. Tammy's phone.
Oh, Tammy's phone. Okay, all I heard was college camp phone.
Close enough.
And it's not my hearing. My hearing's bad, but it's the noise. The noise. That's all right. All right, Tammy's phone tomorrow. Got it. What else? News-wise, trying to think if there's anything else. Let's see if I could. Anybody listening? Let's recap a couple things. One is go to BidenLaptopMedia.com if you want to see what it is that our president and son, his latest stuff. Also on Twitter, if you want some interesting updates, some of the guys in here like to go to @CBK News 121. It's got some interesting tidbits there. We found that to be an interesting, good source. And then the latest stuff, of course, is what's coming out with Georgia, with Trump being indicted, and this major report that's going to be coming out on Monday. So, the question is, what will come of it, and will anything be done because of it? We in here have a lot of views, different views of what it could mean and what could happen with it, and we're all hoping that, of course, all the evidence comes out of election fraud, if it exists, which we know it does, and that people move forward with it. And again, all we're looking for is the truth. Just the truth, nothing but the truth. That's all we want. Other than that, let's see. As Trump said, all charges to be dropped against him and the others, total and complete exoneration. So we think that it had to happen. We had to have this happen in order for this evidence to come out as we feel at the right time, the right place, and the right people.
You have 1 minute.
Yes, that's what we hate to see President Trump all hemmed up in this, but I think it will absolutely inspire some righteous indignation in this country. So that's the part I'm looking forward to. Maybe people will finally have had it.
Yeah, well, I think that the evidence comes out. If there is evidence in there, bring it, show it. Let's get it out. And to bring it to the court of law is a great place. Anyways, all right, so Lindell Summit tomorrow, and the next night, go to Frank's speech, FRANKSPEECH.com. Check it out. Or LindellEvents.com. Thank you guys for all you do. God bless you. God bless the people that are allowed against you, and God bless America.
Thank you, Jeff. God bless you.
God bless America!
Good night, Patriots.
Love you all. Love you, Timmy.
Okay, well, we're going to do our closing song now, and y'all sing loud tonight.
tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the way to Texas, from the sea to Shining Sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Cricket flies.
All right, you guys, we will be back here tomorrow night. Same bad channel, same bad time. Tommy and Tammy will be back from New York. Mickey and I will be up there, so we will catch y'all. Actually, Mickey's going to California from there, so she will see y'all when she gets back. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.
Anarchy! Anarchy!
You guys are terrorists! Terrorists! Terrorists!
I lost my chat a long time ago. I think we buffered out there for a little bit.
What are you doing, Lily? Whose phone you got? Did you just touch someone's phone that wasn't yours? Anarchy. Yes. Anarchy.
You need to find someone better, Nicole. I believe in you. You can find someone who's not an insurrectionist.
You lost your chat, Jericho? You're a freaking boomer, man. You buffered out. That's
because I have jammers down here. How do you guys like those signal jammers? You should come over here on this side of our story. Those signal jammers are really fucking you up. I see you moved away from the actual corner.
Not everyone
Now
stays
you've got the whole
at
fucking
the Eagles
road.
Nest.
Apparently
They
this is
call it
freedom
you're
road
a
now.
60-year-old Pennsylvania.
Stop killing
Are you
the
from
grass.
Lewisburg, or you just go to the pen
the
there
grass.
for your vigil?
I'm just wondering what the new
Are you from
interim
Lewisburg, or
chief
you just go to the penitentiary there?
I just go there.
You want to say what
show
town
right
in
here.
Pennsylvania you're from?
Why do we have fucking
Lancaster
barriers
right
up all the
now.
way up the
Lancaster?
street
Yeah.
for 7 fucking people?
Stop
You
killing
said
the
you make enough
grass.
money working on houses
They're
2 months
wasting
a year that you
resources
can
over
live out of
here.
your
You're
van
gonna
the
kill
rest.
the grass just like you
We
killed the
can't
grass
take
over
you
at
to
the
the
corner.
vigil at the
What's
Lewisburg
wrong with the
Penitentiary.
grass? Why did you kill the
I told you,
grass?
so everywhere they put a J6,
They
there's
knew
going to
the
be a
commission's
vigil.
gonna be here, so they have the whole fucking.
And then you saw, you heard
the
Taylor
pedophile song
Samantha
got
say
tagged?
he didn't believe Ashley Babbitt was dead.
Hey,
He
Helena,
said he started
Enrique
acting
gets
like a
sentenced
weirdo in
really
our
soon,
group, and that was
right?
not cool.
Couple more weeks. Are you gonna cry?
Tommy's got my info if anyone needs to call me, by the way.
Even longer. How long is Tario facing?
Call me.
Remind me. Is it more than 7 years? He's gonna be a snitch. He's a snitch. He's gonna turn on you. Nikki, stop talking about a fupa. That's not very nice. Nikki's over there saying Nikki's telling her that she can come stay at the Eagles Nest and they'll do yoga together because Helena has a fupa. But Nikki, you need to see a chiropractor, honey. You're leaning to the side. You're very crooked these days. Hey, do you have scoliosis, Mickey? Why are you so crooked lately? You're putting all of your weight on one leg. It looks like one leg is 3 inches shorter than the other leg.
What's wrong? You don't seem very happy today, Mickey.
Really?
Are you upset?
She's gotta go to New York.
Are you
Like, either bright and early or late tonight.
upset, Mickey?
Are you driving to New York, Mickey, or are you flying? Why don't you guys take the Amtrak? You can get there in like 2 hours. You should take the train, Mickey.
I thought you guys were not sensitive. What happened?
Steve,
You guys are already crying right now.
Steve, I am Steve. Steve in the morning. So many Steves on fucking Freedom Road. It's not just a corner. They have the whole road now.
Stop killing the grass.
Grass killer.
Bye, insurrectionist. Bye. No one in DC likes you. Go home, Mickey.
Why do you guys have Tammy? Hey, Nicole, serious question. So why does Tammy cook and clean and do the garden work?
Wait, serious?
She's like the housekeeper, indentured servant. I think she's an indentured servant because her husband's in prison and she has
We're gonna
nowhere
keep
else
things
to go.
rolling just
And she's
because.
being like abused by people that, you know, like that's what they do in Texas, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, right? So she's doing the same thing for Nicole, Vicky.
So no man is cleaning the house, huh?
Yeah.
Typical.
Yeah, Tammy has to cook, clean. She has to clean the bathrooms after fucking Tommy and Jericho and Steve and Jerry. Nicole, literally, how do you? I hope you don't even go on the same floor as those dirty men. Like they got. I have 3 sons. I know that fucking place
Have you ever
smells
heard a more
bad wherever
annoying
those people
person?
are using the facilities and where they're sleeping. But why is Tammy
This
the
chick
one who has
has
to
no
clean up
life.
after them and cook
She has
for you
no
guys?
life.
And she has to do the yard work, and she has to go to New
She's
York,
a
and she has
stalker
to go to all
and
the
follows
court
us around. And
and
so
she
is
has
that
to
other
lug all
witch
the
over
fucking
there.
shit around in the van. Why?
Does
She
Tommy
getting
Freedom
paid.
do anything
This guy
else
films
to do
her
that?
like
They
it's
don't
normal.
fight?
Nicole,
That guy
Nicole says she
interviews
doesn't like to do
people and
it.
doesn't
She
bring
has
out the
that
fact that
mentality
these people are
because she's
total
dating a
losers.
fucking Nazi who abuses her.
Welcome to DC. Move to DC.
Uh-oh.
The DC Welcoming Committee welcomes you to DC. Bring your own bullhorn. Everything works off of a bullhorn here. She's a stalker. She's a stalker. It's a textbook stalking. Lord help me.
Oh, she hung out all day at the courthouse for us. Shoo-wee. All right, we lost the chat a long time ago. I haven't seen a chat in 45 minutes. Love you, Patriots. Another day in the life of a Freedom Corner flag waver. Had some good flag waving going on there for a while, though. Good to see Baltimore Steve back. He's looking good. He's smiling. He's walking around. He was in there for a couple days, he said. And they took care of him, obviously. That was good. Trooper, don't you miss the old days? Stormtrooper, how are you, bud? I hope you're having a cold one right now. We could be setting our lawn chairs up right here, bud, and hanging out for a half hour before we get going home. Shoo-wee. All right, thanks, silly. That's good to know. Hopefully I'll be able to see it tomorrow when I watch the video. It was a good night, though. Yeah, I tried to get low by the speaker there, and that must have been a black hole for the reception. And next thing you know, it was down. It wasn't down, it was just froze. And then I couldn't get the chat back at all, so I'll figure out what's going on one of these days. Last chat I seen was C4. Oh my God, people. Please don't say anything negative. Prayer for them unheeded people on the other side. And that was the message I looked at for the last hour. And thank you for sending that message, C4. Because that's what I needed going through my head while that was going on. Oh my goodness. Shoo-wee. Well, we had another full day. I'm gonna have to take a down day tomorrow. Gotta do laundry. What's all that stuff, Steve?
All I know is sitting on planes.
That's not mine. That's Glory Peas.
Which
She's still down there.
Oh, yeah.
And then on top of everything else, I ran out of cigarettes down there.
Oh, you can't do that.
That's yours.
Yeah, the one with the little.
Yeah, I got my flags, Lily. They're right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's yours.
Recognize this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you feel well now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. We will be praying for you. And the other that night, and then the other day. Didn't hear anything from you. We started worrying.
Yeah, I couldn't even find a phone in the hospital room for about till I think earlier yesterday.
Somebody called me late in the morning. I could hear it ringing.
Oh.
So I went over looking for it. It was under something on the table.
Oh, really?
They never told me where it was. They usually tell you this is the phone, this is your TV remote, call box.
So is everything good now?
Yeah.
They just got, I mean, it was 95 degrees that day.
Yeah.
I can understand that heat takes it out of you, for one thing.
That was probably it.
I don't know who's these. These are Youngs. All right. Well, shoot, we had like 250 people in here tonight. Way to go, Patriots. Tomorrow. All right, pace yourself though, dude. Yeah. All right, bud. We'll put the word out tomorrow. You're okay. That's good. Good to know. God bless you, Steve. Okay, I need a day off tomorrow, so I don't know that I'll do I don't know. We'll wake up and see what the day brings. But I gotta do laundry. I gotta go to the grocery store. I gotta find a post office. I know there's a big one nearby here, so gotta get stamps. Gotta mail some bills. Gotta. Yeah, up where I was staying today, I looked up post offices, and it looked like there was 7 of them there. But they weren't post office, they were just post office box drops. And I need stamps, so I had to stop at the post office. So there was one post office where I was, and there was a review. And the review was, this was the worst experience of my life going to this post office. And then the next review was, don't ever go to this post office. These people are crazy. And they wouldn't help me at all. They wouldn't help me at all. Young, is that you?
Yeah.
Are these yours?
Yes.
Those look like yours.
And the bench.
This is yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mine.
What about that tripod and stuff?
No, it's not.
Whose is this?
Oh, this is Rebecca.
Okay.
Rebecca. Okay.
All right, man. Yeah, Steve
Glad that-
carried all that up.
Oh,
He didn't
okay.
know it came to my truck.
Thank you.
Good night, buddy. Yeah, in the metro station. Thanks for sending me texts. That's all I can read right now. Thanks, Jerry. So yeah, got to do that. Got to do that. And but man, I want to do everything we did today again. So we'll see. There's no hearing going on that I know of tomorrow. That was a great update from Mickey and Nicole. I didn't get to watch any of it, but I diverted attention. And we'll see if the Capitol Police are going to give up the records we pay them to keep. It's an utter preposterous notion that we have to sue them to get the records that we pay them to gather and keep. So here we are, America, clown world. Clowns to the left of me, clowns to the right. Jokers to the right, here I am. We're all stuck in the middle of this. between a graveyard and a prison wall. Say your prayers tonight, folks. Another day of incarceration for these patriots in here. Another day without dad in the house for all these kids out there. They're arresting people still. This ain't over. And it ain't gonna be over tomorrow. We gotta start now. We gotta unite. And we gotta come up with a plan. And I like Denise Green's plan of going to your capital one day a month or one day a week. Every patriot group should be on the board with getting our country back. Because one thing we can all agree on. We are not in control of this country. Just look at it. We're better than this. We don't send spooks around to topple governments. We don't set up biolabs. Jessica Watkins is in Oklahoma City. Thanks, Deb. Bart Shively's getting out on Friday. There goes Sleepy Joe. Or maybe it's just Hunter. Well, it looks like Mags is doing a live stream now, so I'm gonna have to plug into the truck here and get on that. Another day of fighting for freedom, folks. I feel like I did something today. We're one step closer. Things are happening fast. Stay tuned in. Find your sources of information. Do not partake in wickedness. And we will wake up and get back at this tomorrow. We'll see you, Patriots. This is Jericho, over and out.